Hi, I'm Burges Dandiwala. I'm a founding partner at Catalyst Media Integrated. So, Zahir, my partner, and myself founded this way back in 2013. I come from an advertising background. I have worked in an advertising agency along with Mr. Ashok Jain for about 4 years. After which I met Zahir Walani, who is my partner. I met him while we were working for an ad agent, for a web design agency. And doing this for others, we figured there's there's a lot that we can do on our own as well. And Zahir coming from a tech background, and me coming from an ad agency, especially doing pharma, when you have to sell, when you're trying to sell medicines which are not allowed to be advertised, so you have like an MR in the middle, and coming out from there, suddenly you're told, oh yeah, you're in the tech space now where anything is possible. So, the transition was actually amazing. I loved what I was doing, and thanks to Zahir's tech knowledge, it just became really easy for us to kind of take things forward. So we started off with actually building a product back then. So we're both animal lovers, love horses, love dogs, and we wanted to start something that would help dogs specifically. So we had started petnopolis.com back in the day, about 2006, which got a lot of people onboarded, interested. It was a first social networking platform for animal lovers. And I think one of the biggest achievements of that platform was the fact that we helped adopt a lot of dogs, some in Bangalore, some in Delhi, all of us sitting in Bombay doing that. And that got us a lot of eyeballs. And while doing that, we also enjoyed making websites for others. We got a lot of inquiries. And based on that, I think our first client was NDTV. And that's when we started off, and we haven't looked back. Okay, so actually when COVID happened, or rather when COVID happened in China, once the jokes died down, I mean, initially we didn't allow the Chinese in our office either, but once that died down, both Zahir and me and our third partner Zahir, all of us being pretty paranoid, specifically Zahir and myself. So way back in March, we were all, like in the beginning of March, or maybe end of Feb, beginning of March, we were already trying to take precautions. We already had like sanitizers across the office. We had our office boys cleaning all the high-touch areas every hour during office hours. Anyone with a cold was sent home, etc. This was just for the first 3 days in March. Post that, paranoia completely took over for the three of us, and we were already planning as to how we, make sure everyone can work from home. We don't know how long it would be, but we just wanted to, make that decision because it didn't make sense risking anything. Because we were like, sooner or later, it's going to come to India and to Bombay in a big way. So we landed up spending quite a small fortune getting laptops, a lot of computers, a lot of software that was needed to kind of make sure all our client data is secure. Your basic VPNs plus the firewalls, etc., which now had to be completely in the cloud versus it being, restricted to our office IP. So all those preparations took us till about 18th of August, which was the last day. Finally, everyone was working from home. And since then to now, everyone's been working from home, our entire office. We don't need to meet because obviously we are in the online space. Technically, for years, we've been doing work for Switzerland without ever having to go there. So there's no logical reason why we can't do it here. So actually, in terms of quality of work, there's no problem in terms of, in terms of even the way our staff works. I feel the productivity has improved because for a lot of them, because people are sitting and working in a more comfortable environment that they feel like. Like we've allowed people to go back to, let's say, Nasik and work from there, as long as there's internet. Someone's gone back to Jharkhand, someone's gone back to Pune, someone's gone back to the coastal village closer to Goa. We are okay with that as long as there's internet, and thanks to, of course, Geo and the infrastructure getting better in India, that's not been a problem now. The only issue that comes up, it's a minor one, and that is that, where you can just walk into the office and say, hey, I need this done, or I need that done, and especially Zahir, because he's heading tech. So it's very important for him to go around, and he's always advising everyone in the office. My entire tech team is being handled by him. So when he can easily walk in and say, okay, change the architecture, do this, do that. That becomes a little difficult because now for everything is like arrange a Zoom call, arrange a Google Meet call, make sure everyone's free. So that does get a little bit in the way, but not so much because we've always been process driven. So the kind of processes that we've put in place, we've already negated the solution. We're still able to allow our employees to stop working by 7:30, start at 10. So even though they're working from home, we've not tried to increase their work hours. And oh yeah, we've actually hired people during this time because obviously us being a tech agency, after the initial fear died down from COVID, people realized that online is the way to go. So we have gotten quite a few new projects, and we are in the process of doing that. So we have had to hire. We've actually hired about 5-7 people during this time. So to be honest, we did achieve a few awards right in the beginning when we started, and I don't even remember them right now because that's not something we really look towards or think of it as honest recognition. To us, recognition comes when, let's say, an app like Shilpa Shetty that we've built has got over 2 million installs, or the fact that there was a problem with one of the startups that came to us, and they had an issue with trying to get podcasts, collating podcasts, and we managed it for them with a proprietary algorithm, and we're managing to go through those 200 million podcast episodes and search through that in like under a second. We've managed to make an app that can actually help, for a client of course, we've Plan My Food, where we've managed to make an app that actually helps, let's say a diabetic or someone with high blood pressure or someone who's lactose intolerant to actually know what they're eating and change their food habits, not get cheated by packaged food. Or for that matter, currently we're working with a client where we are working in AI and AR, and even there, the kind of stuff that we are doing, we've not even reached the POC stage. It's just in development, and we're already saving the client like $10,000 a month. So that is something that we honestly are really thrilled about. So honestly, our future growth plans are pretty much moving towards AI and AR. Obviously ML as well. So machine learning, artificial intelligence, and augmented reality. I mean, the three of them combined can do a lot. And that's what we're doing for one of our clients right now. And we're doing a pure artificial intelligence solution for another client right now. But one of the shifts that we've made is that every single custom product that we do, whether it's e-commerce, which most people think is very, basic, but whether it's e-commerce or it's a new idea, we are making sure that we are setting the base for the AI and ML to come in. So we are coding everything in Python. We've got very, very skilled staff at hand. And one of the things that actually works for us is that everyone who works for us, all our employees, no matter what their skill sets are, we never exploit them based on that. So for example, if someone comes to me and says, hey, look, I know back-end as well as front-end programming, I'm not going to make him do both. I'm going to make him do what he loves doing. And and when you do that, when you let people work based on what they're passionate about, that really shows in our work. So I think obviously for our industry, essential is definitely the internet. That's for the websites. Definitely the big tech companies, Google and Apple, because without their phones and the app stores, again, that's something we need. But most importantly, the infrastructure that we're getting in India, I think that's very important. So the new softwares, the new hardwares that are coming out, for example, Apple's LiDAR scanner, as well as the internet speeds that Jio is finally giving us, and hopefully all across India that would be possible. That makes a big difference to the possibilities of what we can do with tech now. So I think that's very important. And like any business, I think people are. So I would we always believe employees come first. We have a couple of mantras actually in our office. The first one goes to our designers, that if the design is just art, if it's not functional. We're making websites, we're making mobile apps, we want it to be easy for people to use. So sometimes we have to pull our designers down from the Picasso and Michelangelo levels and bring them down to say, okay, no matter how beautiful it looks, if people don't find it easy to use, to us personally, it has no value. So we have to add that. And another one, as I actually said before, and that is that people come first. People come first, and our employees come first. So even a project, if our employees are not passionate about doing it, we won't take it up. If they're not happy doing a specific genre of something, we won't take that up. We'll get people who like doing it, or we won't do it. I'd like to thank the World of Recognition for allowing us to be on this platform. Also, I would like to thank the World of Recognition for having us on this platform.